I don't know. Okay, maybe I am. Now my computer's frozen. Okay, hold on. Okay, cool. I'm gonna actually go to the actual video so I can see it. Hold on. Facebook is being trippy. Okay, so I was saying that I just had to frog a little bit because I wasn't paying attention and I kind of goofed up a little bit. Okay, so listen. Today we are talking about extreme cross country, what it really is, and versus cross country. Because some people will be like, oh, I do extreme cross country, and what they're really doing is cross country. So I just kind of want to make sure that it makes sense. And then I'll talk a little bit about stuff and then we'll get back to stitching. Okay, so if you're on, say hi and I want to make sure that you can like see my video and that it's in like, it's making sense. I want to make sure that it's not choppy or anything because sometimes, you just don't know. Okay, so first of all, I'm Portia, for those of you who are just now watching for the first time. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you see all the videos prior to this, which I posted in my playlist. And these videos are going to walk you step by step through how to get started on extreme cross country. I didn't realize when I had you guys pick this piece that this project is massive. So I'm going to be working on it for a while. But I definitely want to use this and then my other piece kind of in rotation. My like main piece in rotation so that I do eventually get this done because that would be great if I could get it done. Okay, so basically what's gonna happen? Hey Laura and Krista and Jamie and hey Deborah. Hey Deborah, welcome live. Woo woo. Okay, so you guys give me some love if everything is working properly. Like if you can hear me and if also my video the frames are well. Like if you see me like in real time. If it's choppy, let me know so then I can let my husband know and then he can tell me that he can fix it or something. I don't know. Because what I see is it's kind of like choppy. So I don't know why. So hey Sally, you're awesome. Thank you. I received that. So let's talk about extreme cross country. Okay. So first of all, you're probably wondering like how in the world did I ever decide to do extreme cross country? Well, okay, Laura, the video is choppy. Look, here's the problem. Was it choppy last time or no? I'm really wondering because if it wasn't choppy last time, then I don't know what the culprit is, but maybe we need to upgrade our internet speed. I don't know. We're using Comcast now, so the struggle is real. Yes, Laura, he will be. He's actually coming home in about 20 minutes. Not that he can do anything right now because I don't think there's anything he can do. But okay, I don't know. So hopefully you guys just have to deal with the choppiness for now. Sorry. I don't know what's going on. It was choppy earlier when I did the video too. Okay, I don't know. So anyway, so let me just do this. So extreme cross country. So for those of you who don't know, I started extreme cross country because I was inspired by another one of my friends that I saw do it, and I was like, that makes so much more sense. I was doing parking, and then I was doing some other. What else do people do? Parking, and I don't know. I started doing cross country, not extreme cross country by page. Okay, and I was just like, nope, not working out for me. And I almost quit stitching because I was like so depressed because I was just like, this is going to take my whole life. I hate switching colors every 2 seconds. And so it was a mess. So I instead decided that I was just going to do extreme cross country and go for it. And I started extreme cross country about 5 months into my stitching career. This is a career, right? We don't get paid for it, but it's like a lifelong journey. And yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say career because it doesn't make sense. But yes, Becky, cross country by page. Yes, that's what we're going to talk about. So I ended up getting started on this and I fell in love with it. So I was like, I have to tell everybody about this. This is the best thing. And so here we are today. So what is extreme cross country? Extreme cross country specifically is when you do cross country, which means I'll get there. Extreme cross country is across the whole project. So if your project, for example, my dragon is 20 pages, I do one color across. Oh, Michelle, I will get there, girl. Hold on. Let me talk about this right quick. So, extreme cross country is across the entire page. So if I'm doing project. If I'm doing my dragon is 20 pages big. I will pick what I personally do is the largest color to the smallest. And a lot of people have been asking, and I've been linking to my video, but I'll just talk about it real quick. I go largest to smallest. Why? Because it's the easiest in order to see where you're stitching and to anchor your stitches. So I'm personally doing half stitch, and you don't really need to anchor really, but whatever. I do it this way because when you see those big large areas that are covered, it helps you find where the little ninja stitches, the little tiny stitches are. Okay, so it's great. Some people like to do least to greatest, but I'm like, how am I going to anchor my I do pin stitch, but for whatever reason, if I couldn't do pin stitch, I would, go on the back and then come up and whatever, not trace. I would stuff the floss under stitches on the back and then go to the front, which most of you know what I'm talking about. I don't have to do it for you, but that's how I would normally start. But I personally like to do pin stitch, so I do pin stitch, which is just on the front. I never have to turn my work. Today I'm not using my scroll frame because I'm lazy. I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't feel like taking the little other frame off and put this one on, so I was like, So I'm just working right here, which you'll see in a second. So oh, my husband's so cute. So if you don't know, I'm a violinist. Sorry, this is not about stitching real quick. He just sent me an address to a violin shop. He's out riding his bike right now. He does mountain biking. And he just sent me an address, which I didn't even know that existed. We're new to Colorado, if you didn't know that. But anyway, okay. So what happened was extreme cross country. Let me turn this off. This is okay. Extreme cross country is across the whole project. One color. I start with the largest color, and I go across the whole project. Okay. Cross country. Some people do cross country and think it's extreme cross country. Extreme is literally extreme. The whole entire project, one color. Cross country is just working on maybe a page at a time, maybe 2 pages at a time, maybe 3 or 4 pages at a time, But yes, Laura, I agree. He totally is. Maybe 2 or 3 or 4 pages at a time, whatever you want to do, but it's not across the whole project. Extreme, that title means whole project. Cross country is several pages, 1 or 2 pages, or even if you do, I don't know, is it really cross country if you just do 1 page? No, because it has to be 2 because you're going cross country. So it has to be, I feel that it has to be, Deborah, you refuse to grid. By the way, I use Easy Count and Magic Guide. No more Magic Guide. I had an issue happen with that. I ain't going to use Magic Guide anymore. Easy Count is what I use. I use Easy Count because it makes my life easy and I don't have to worry about counting really too much. But I use Easy Count. You can use Magic Grid if you want. It doesn't matter. This helps you so that you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, where do I stitch? It puts it in, I guess Easy Count is 20 by 20, right? And then Magic Grid is 10 by 10. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know the specifics about that. All I know is it's Easy Count is 10 by 10, unless I got it wrong. That's weird, Becky. I don't know. I'm going to ask my husband because I don't understand what's going on with the choppiness. I don't know. Anyway, okay, so let's stitch now. That was the situation in regards to extreme cross country and cross country. Hold on. I have to transform this little thingy real quick. Okay. I'm also slow on the thing that I'm using. Hold on. Let me do this. I know it's upside down. I'm going to fix it. Oh, don't look at my nasty feet. Okay, hold on. Okay. So let me put you here. Hopefully, it was perfect earlier. Sorry, we're going on a roller coaster ride. Meh, that'll have to do. Okay, so I'm just going to be stitching, so you can stitch along with me. So that's really what I wanted to say. Okay, somebody asked me, not stitching related, asked me about, yeah, Laura, some people really do like to grid. I'm not a fan, so I just don't. Somebody asked about the moving situation. Okay, so if you also didn't know, if you're friends with me on Facebook, and you can add me, that's cool. I like new friends. If you're friends with me on Facebook, or if maybe you've seen from a little bit of the posts that I've done here, most of our stuff when we moved, literally like most of our stuff, like it's at least over $6,000 worth of stuff. Um, that when we moved, it didn't reach us because we use a moving company through my husband's work, and we were thinking, oh, it'll be fine, whatever. And no, I don't know if they lost their stuff or what the deal is, but it's like cray cray. And so no, we don't have our stuff yet. However, my husband did call the lady today, and we've been like on top of her. She like knows us by name. She's like, Mrs. Parcher, and I was like, where my stuff, girl? Okay, so she better get it together. She already know. She can't be tricking out anymore. So, no, we don't have our stuff yet. They said it could take up to 3 weeks, and it's been like 2 almost, and it's like ridiculous. So, they're still looking for our stuff. Your prayers and thoughts are appreciated because I would like our stuff. We don't have no silverware. We don't have pots and pans. I've been cooking in my Instant Pot every night. I ain't lying to you. So, it's been like crazy. But, it's all good. So I'm using modified tent stitch. I made a video about that for those of you who are wondering what it is. Did I mess up again? No. This is why you have to mark what you're doing all of the time. Oops. I marked too much. And I do use Easy PDF. If you guys are wondering how I use Easy PDF, there are videos about that as well. Are you guys liking Easy PDF? Not liking it? What are your thoughts? What's going down? Is anyone like hating Extreme Cross Country, but you're stuck, or like what's the deal? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me hear what's going down. I love it. It's not for everyone, but a lot of people have said that they really like it. What is it that you like about Extreme Cross Country? Because I love it. Because I don't have to change color every 2 seconds. And I can just do this. Then I'd like the pre-thread. Ah, okay. Trina likes the paper beside her. Okay. I have my dragon papers from my other one. That's awesome, Deborah. Yeah, I really like it too. My papers for my dragon, they're a hot mess. I used to do Extreme Cross Country on my, like, by paper. I would literally, I kid you not, I would highlight literally like the entire color across 20 pages. I would highlight it in one color, and then I would go back and use like a color pencil and then do it, stitch. However, unfortunately, doing it that way, and I'm not knocking anyone who uses paper for Extreme Cross Country because they totally can, but you literally have to look like step by step through each of the little each of the symbols, because I missed so many symbols. I really did. It didn't really screw me up over time, but it made it a little bit tough when I got off of the paper because I literally had I had some missing stitches. But Deborah, I totally am, but seriously, I had to. I would literally not be stitching today if it was not for Extreme Cross Country. Seriously, because if I have to even thinking about changing colors every 2 seconds, like for parking or other things, it's like I can't do it. It like drives me cray cray. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Hopefully this is going correctly now. Yeah, I had to frog earlier because if you don't stitch things for a while, I mean, even a week is a long time, I guess. You could like forget stuff. And so I wasn't paying attention. I just started stitching, and then I realized I had made some mistakes. So it was rough. So, do you have any questions? Anyone like confused about stuff or need help with something or doesn't understand stuff? I can do more easy PDF videos if you want. It's actually really, really, really straightforward. Me neither, Laura. I can't do it. It's like a hot mess. It's super bad. It's not for me. But some people love it, and that's cool. Everybody has their thing. I always want to tell the newbie stitchers about Extreme Cross Country because I think it's great if you're like first starting first finding heaven and earth design, and then you try extreme cross country on like a smaller piece, or you can be adventurous and just do a normal regular size piece, except this piece is ginormous. Can you imagine if this wasn't super size? I would like literally never finish. It's like huge. Yeah, Deborah, I think so too. It was pretty crazy, but I had to do some. Yeah, Sheila, parking. Well, it actually wasn't hard after I kind of got the hang of it, but I really just hated all the color changes. And so, you know, I may one day decide to park, but probably not anytime soon. It's just kind of not my thing. Becky says, I couldn't park for years, but finally figured it out. I prefer cross-country picture page, but I'm parking the one I'm doing now for this particular chart. It worked out. Yeah, I guess for some charts, some techniques work better than others. I really can't imagine extreme cross-country not working well, though. I mean, because it's like a basic idea of whatever colors you have, you just order them from um, greatest to smallest or whatever and do it that way. But and I love, is anyone else doing tint? And if you're doing tint, yeah, Trina, I can show you what my back looks like. My back looks okay until I parked, or until I not parked, until I frogged earlier, and now it's not like the coolest. But my back, if you want to see it, it's actually much neater than what it you normally is. I don't know if you can see this. Maybe. It's a lot neater than what it normally is, and you can see where I'm doing the modified versus, oof, I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what I was doing. But you can see how it looks like. And see, you see this little hot mess right here? That's because my frogging and I had some boo-boos up in there. So, but typically, it's fine. It's not a big deal. So it's all good normally. But, I mean, I love stitching this way, and it has worked out for me. Oh, yeah, Trina. Really? Parking leaves your back as a mess? I don't know. Deborah, you are a champ for doing samplers. I hated samplers because um, I just could not handle not being able, like, just changing so much. Like, the different stitches, like, you have to do, like, quarter stitches sometimes, half stitches, then full crosses, and it was just too much. Sometimes I go in, like, my local needle shop store and whatever, and I'm just like, oh, the small ones are cute, but I'd rather just do full crosses or half crosses, the whole time. So I guess it just kind of depends. But I don't know. It's just like the way I love to do things. Yeah, Laura, that's awesome. I'm glad that other people are seeing like different ways to stitch and all that. Maybe I'll do a how to park video one day. I might lose my mind and I might, how I was drinking all that wine back when I was at that hotel. I might need a glass of wine if I do a video about that. But I could. Some people want to know how to park, and I don't mind doing a video about it on some piece that I probably will never plan to stitch or something. I don't know. It's just because this is actually going to be my first piece where I'm doing fully tint and fully extreme cross country, because my other piece, it wasn't that way. My dragon, I started off just doing you know just started off doing page by page, and I would be like, oh, a page done. But I just love like how you see the whole piece come, like you see the outline of the piece, so you see your progress faster. Personally, for me, that's how I feel versus when I do like a full page or whatever. And so I just kind of fell in love with it for that reason, really, too. Because when I see others who do extreme cross country, it's just so cool because you can see like, oh, I can make out this, and I can see that coming along, and whatever. It's just cool that way. is fun. But I definitely prefer Heaven and Earth Design over any other type of charts or anything. Um, it's the bomb. I can't see myself doing any other type of thing. Although I am also doing a baby sampler because my sister-in-laws are having babies like hotcakes. So, not really, but it's their first kid. But so if you guys so the cool thing actually about live, which I want to kind of talk about, because if some of you guys want to come on and like do a video with me and like talk about, you know, whatever your expertise is, like somebody in here said they could do it, Trina, whoop, whoop, do it. Somebody is saying that they know how to do basket weave stitch. I think it'll be really cool. So like when me and Becky did that video, I thought it was really like unique to see kind of different um perspectives on different ways to stitch or whatever. So if you ever want to come on or just talk about like what you're doing or show all your whips or whatever, there's a way on Facebook now that you can have other people on. And so we could do that one day if you want to. That would be kind of cool. I thought it was really cool when we did it using those Facebook tools. Woot, woot. Is anyone else working on 28 count, or is everyone doing other accounts? Where my tent stitchers at? Show me some love. Here's the part where I actually have to count. The struggle. I have to say that stitching really did teach me how to count a little bit. I mean, obviously, you know, I learned when I was younger, but like you're like forced to like count and count and count. And I was never good at math or anything. I'm just being real with you. You would never guess, like if you knew me, that I would ever do anything that is related to counting because I hate. Marianne, I'm doing 32 count. Deborah, you are amazing. I can't be doing that. I mean, maybe I could, but it's too much. I'm doing Stitcher's Retreat, Marianne. One of the freebie charts. It's really big, but it's not impossible. It's doable. And I liked it because it's like artwork looking, which is cool. My sister-in-law made fun of me. She came to visit last week and she was like, Portia, what is this project? And I'm like, it's called Stitcher's Retreat. She's like, are you stitching stitchers? And I'm like, yes, Hannah, I'm stitching stitchers. And she's like, oh my word. And she was like making fun of me. But she's a hoot. I was like, well, you know, I never really, you know, as stitchers, we don't really think like it's weird that we like cross stitch stitchers. But now that I think about it, I'm like, oh, I guess it's different. But I think the piece is pretty cool. Although I've never been to a stitching retreat. The struggle bus. But I'm hopefully we'll be able to get to Heaven and Earth Design Con next year. Goals. Woot woot. All right, we got about 5 minutes left. Any last minute burning questions? Speak now or forever hold your peace. I really do stitch very slow when I'm on video. I don't know how it's gonna be. Oh yeah, Trina, how far am I from Oregon now? The Oregon Trail. All this counting. There's a lot of missing space in here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hub is home. I'm on a video right now. Yes, Deborah, I would love to go to a retreat, but I don't know if there are any in my area, but we shall see. And if anyone's stitching, you can post a pic of what you're stitching. We have about 4 minutes left. 20 hours, Sheila. That's how far it is to Oregon. Whew, that's actually, it could be worse. Okay, so Lauren, great question real quick. So if you watch the beginning of the video, I talked about what cross country is. So cross country is when you stitch one color at a time. So as you can see, this is all the same color. I'm using this one color and I'm stitching, I'm doing extreme cross country. But if you were doing cross country, you would stitch one color at a time throughout several pages. So at least 2 pages, because obviously if it's 1 page, it's not really, I guess you could say it's cross country, but cross country to me is more like 2 pages or more. And to answer your question, Lauren, no, it's not 310. It looks like it's black though. It's 3771 is actually the DMC color. So with cross country, you're stitching a couple of pages at a time using one color. With extreme cross country, you're stitching one color at a time throughout the entire, literally the entire project. And no, a lot of people ask me like, isn't that boring? No, I love it, and you can see like the outline, which is really awesome. Unfortunately, when you stitch the other ways, I feel like, I guess personally for me, it's just, I hate like all of the color changes and having to change, basically just having to change my thread color like so often. But definitely try it out, Lauren. Maybe you'll like it. You never know. But if you're like in love with parking or in love with doing however else you stitch, then you know it's probably not for you. But you okay, so Lauren, other ways to stitch. So there's like parking, or how do you stitch, Lauren? I guess that's a good question. We only have about 2 minutes left. But how do you stitch? Parking is another way of stitching. There's cross country. I guess people do feathering. I don't know if that's really, I guess that is a technique because that's what we're doing for the thing. Lauren, what's parking? No, that's a long story. If you post in the group and put like, hey, let me see some examples of people who park, they'll show you examples. I can't really explain it in words. I don't think I really have words to explain, but I could definitely do a video if anyone was interested. I could find an old piece or something and show you kind of what parking is like. And then there's also different ways of stitching where you have like half crosses or full crosses is what typically people do, but you can also do like half crosses or modified tent stitch or tent stitching. There's basket weave tent stitch. Like, it's a lot. Deborah says she's got to park the big ones. Her eyes are too bad to find the ninja stitches otherwise. Yeah. See, for me, it's easier for me to find the ninja stitches just because of using the Easy PDF. It really helps. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Lauren. Thanks so much for hopping on, and definitely stay tuned for my videos. I do them every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I can always change the time because I am in Colorado now, and it's 5 o'clock here. Well, now 5:30, but yeah. So, the end. Make sure you check out my other videos. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Show me some love if you enjoyed this video. If you're liking my stitch talks, if you have any questions, please post because I'd love to do more videos about them. Totally, that's what I'm here for. So, whoop, whoop. All right, happy stitching, you guys. Thanks so much for hopping on. Oh, Lauren, you're in the UK. I know it's late there, or early, or something. I don't know. Oh, 1 a.m. Woo, okay. Deborah, Saturday morning. Is it Saturday morning where you are? Ah, Barry, you just hopped on. Sorry, but you can totally join in on the fun and rewatch the video as soon as it's posted. And I'll post the YouTube link after I get it uploaded to YouTube, which hopefully I'll have it done at least by tomorrow, but maybe by tonight. We'll see. But thanks for hopping on, Barry. I'm sorry you missed it, man. But it's okay. It was recorded just for you, so no problems. All right, guys. I will see you later. It's 5:30. I hope you have an awesome dinner time, if it's dinner time for you, or I don't know. But 9:30 a.m. Saturday morning. Wow, that's so. I'm like mind blown by the different times. Like it's just so cool. So, all right, you guys. I will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for hopping on. Happy stitching.